Jim, how are you feeling about the campaign so far? First time ever for Ireland to be in an under-21 playoff?
It's been a fantastic achievement from the players, every single one of them. It's been great to get to a playoff, and I believe it's the first time in 17 attempts that we've got to this stage. So it's a credit to the players that have been involved, and we're certainly looking forward to the game against Israel.
And what challenges does Israel possess? I think 5 of their players were called up to the senior squad, so you can really see the talent and how well they're doing at the minute.
Yeah, 5 players have been promoted to the senior team, and I'd imagine some of them would be dropping back down for these games. But as well as that, you look at their under-19s who played in the European under-19s finals against England and got beat 2-1. So there could be a couple of players there that are promoted to the 21s team. But look, they're a good team. They're well organised, they're aggressive, and they're going to pose plenty of problems for us. But again, it's a challenge that we're looking forward to.
And before the draw was done, there was talk that Ireland were the team that people would prefer to get. How did you feel when you heard that?
Look, it's something that wouldn't bother me. We'll be prepared. There's no doubt about it. I think the players are good enough to play in the finals. And it was a feeling from the coaches when we went to UEFA for the draw that Ireland would be the underdogs of the 8 teams that were there. So we'll be prepared to play against Israel, that's for sure.
Sometimes you can use that as a bit of motivation.
Yeah, look, I think the players, I think it, for them to get to this stage, and to play in front of a packed audience in Tallaght Stadium is enough of a motivation, and the prize that's at stake, it'd be an unbelievable achievement if we can get to the finals.
And what do you think is different about this squad at the moment? I've heard Will Smallbone speak about the bond between them, that they're very close, and I think that's probably a really important aspect in order to be close off the pitch, to be close on the pitch.
Yeah, that underpins everything that we've tried to achieve with the 21s since the first day they came in. The first camp that we had, we beat Wales 2-1, but on the build up to that, it was about togetherness, it was about respect, about trust. So these are the values that I do believe that have got us to this stage. Yeah, there's ability, we know that, but I keep saying to the players, talent will get you into the squad, but it's these values and beliefs that keep you in the squad, and that work ethic that they've had. And we've had ups and downs in the campaign, there's no doubt about it. We lost 2 on the bounce, against Montenegro, and then we played Italy, but the boys showed great character and going on 4-game winning streak. We kept a record number of clean sheets. Conor Coventry goes and gets record number of caps, and as I said to you already, it's the first time in 17 attempts we've got to the playoffs. So it's been a magnificent campaign, and usually at this time we would have been prepared in the next group for the next campaign. So to be here in the playoffs with a chance to play in the European finals, it'd be a great experience.
And the likes of Will Smallbone and Evan Ferguson as well, they're playing brilliant at the minute, and their name has been, I suppose, featured around the senior squad. Will they get the call up? Has that ever been a conversation with you and Stephen Kenny?
Stephen's well aware of them, that's for sure, and I think everybody is. They know the high potential of Will, who's at Stoke City now on loan from Southampton, and he's playing extremely well. And Evan Ferguson, we know what he's like. He can score goals, he can hold up the ball, he can link it up. He's got fantastic characteristics as a centre forward, and above all, they're 2 fantastic individuals that share the same values as everybody else in the squad. And for me, they're just 2 players out of a group of 25 players that have been selected that have huge input into how we're going to go in this campaign, or in these playoff games to come.
And Aaron Connolly, he's named in the squad?
Yeah, Aaron's a different story. Aaron's played with the senior team, he's played with Brighton, scored with Brighton, and he's seen the highs, and also he'll admit himself that he's been in a dark place, where football became probably not as high as priority, which when you're a young professional footballer it has to be. But Aaron, I seen his interview there a number of weeks ago where he looked focused. He said he's in a great place. When I had a few chats with him with regards where he is physically, where he is mentally, he's in a far better place than he's ever been. So I'm looking forward to working with Aaron. I worked with him at under 18s. I worked with him when I was Stephen's assistant with the 21s, and I know what he'll bring to the squad. And this is a great opportunity for him to show people, whether it's Stephen or coaches at Brighton Football Club, that he's still around.
And just speaking on that, when you're speaking to Aaron, do you talk to all the players when they're getting called into the squad? Do you phone them up? How does it all work?
Yeah, look, I try to get through to everybody, and have a chat and make sure they're doing well. But as well as that, we've players here that unfortunately can't be with us. Gavin Kilkenny suffered an injury on his knee, and which is a big disappointment. So I think you need to reach out to players like him, because he's been here from the very start, and it's been a huge disappointment for him. We had a chat over the phone, and he's extremely disappointed that he can't be here. Oisin McAtee, who got injured in the last camp against Montenegro, he can't be here as well because of his injury. And Joe Bagan, he's another one that's just recovering from an injury. So there's others that don't make it, that you do need to phone and just say, look, keep your head up, and hopefully, touch wood, that we'll be in the finals and they'll come into play again.
And not all managers would do that, maybe giving them a call, even to lads that maybe not even through injury that don't make it. Do you find that important as a manager to reach out to lads and tell them, look, to not give up hope and to keep their heads up?
They're young players, they're still developing, and I do have conversations with them, and it's what's their best route. Not everybody's going to have the same route with regards to reaching their potential, and I do think it's important to have a chat with them, but it has to be the right time. You can't be overdoing it, ringing them all the time, because first and foremost it's their club. But when the camps are coming around, you like to touch base with them and to make sure they're okay, and that look, maybe a couple of things we might be working on in the camp coming ahead. But you don't want to sort of blur any lines with regards what we'll do with the international side of things to club football. But as I say, it's important. They're young players, they're developing, and that's the role with the 21s. It is, help develop players to get into the senior team.
And Finn Azaz has a first time call up?
Yeah, Finn. Yeah, I've known Finn has been on the radar for quite a while. When I was the under 18s head coach, he was at West Brom at the time. But again, he's went on a different journey. He's went to rivals Aston Villa, and then from there he's been on loan with a few clubs, and no more so than Newport County last year, where he had an exceptional season. And then this year I went to see him play a couple of times, and he'll bring value and quality into the group. So looking forward to meeting him face to face, and I think he's got loads to offer in a green shirt.
Brilliant. And how important is it to get the supporters out for the first game at home to Israel?
Yeah, it's huge. I think we need them, and without sounding too much like a cliche, they're sort of the 12 player. If we can get them noisy and back to players and make it feel like a real special occasion, that'll help us, and we need all the help we can get to get to the finals.